This video is for educational purposes only. We do not condone or encourage any illegal activity. Always respect privacy and the law. This is why you need to understand how hackers think, because your digital safety depends on it. In this essay, we embark on a journey to explore the potential future vulnerabilities lurking within our rapidly advancing technology. As our world becomes more interconnected, the risks we face evolve just as quickly, making it crucial to stay informed and vigilant. The purpose of this discussion is purely educational. By shedding light on emerging cybersecurity threats, we aim to empower viewers with the knowledge needed to protect themselves and their communities. Gaining insight into the mindset of attackers is the first and most important step in building a robust defense. Only by understanding the tactics and motivations of those who seek to exploit vulnerabilities can we hope to stay one step ahead. It is important to emphasize that we do not condone or endorse any illegal activities. The information presented here is intended to foster awareness, not to encourage wrongdoing. Engaging in hacking without explicit permission is a serious crime, carrying severe legal and ethical consequences. The law is clear, and the risks are real. The scenarios and information discussed are speculative, based on current trends and expert predictions. The future is uncertain, but by analyzing patterns, we can better prepare for what lies ahead. Ethical hacking, on the other hand, is a respected and legitimate profession. These experts play a vital role in identifying and addressing security flaws before they can be exploited. Security researchers dedicate their skills to finding vulnerabilities, working closely with companies and organizations to help them fix weaknesses and strengthen their defenses. This article is designed to immerse you in the mindset of a security professional, encouraging you to think critically about the digital world around you. Knowledge is a powerful tool. It can be wielded for good, to protect and defend, or misused for harm. The choice lies in how we apply what we learn. The digital landscape is in a constant state of flux, with new technologies and threats emerging at a rapid pace. This ever-changing environment brings both incredible opportunities and significant risks. What is considered secure today may become vulnerable tomorrow. Staying ahead requires continuous learning and adaptation. As everyday consumers, we find ourselves on the front lines of this ongoing battle. Our devices, our data, and our privacy are all at stake. In our hyper-connected world, being informed is not just an advantage, it's a necessity. Awareness is the first line of defense. The following sections serve as a cautionary tale, highlighting the potential dangers that may arise if we fail to take cybersecurity seriously. These scenarios offer a glimpse into a possible future where our own devices could be turned against us, emphasizing the importance of proactive security measures. Our intention is not to instill fear, but to inspire action and responsibility. Together, we can build a safer digital world. Security is a shared responsibility, requiring cooperation and vigilance from individuals, organizations, and communities alike. By understanding potential threats and taking proactive steps, you can significantly reduce your risk and help protect those around you. Ultimately, your digital safety is in your hands. The choices you make today can safeguard your future. Let this guide serve as your roadmap to understanding the cybersecurity landscape of 2025 and beyond. Stay alert, stay informed, and stay secure. Apple has built a reputation on security and privacy. The iPhone is often seen as a digital fortress. In 2025, this fortress is more advanced than ever. Features like on-device AI for threat detection are standard. Biometric authentication has evolved beyond Face ID. The secure enclave is even more hardened against attacks. iOS has become more resilient with sophisticated sandboxing. End-to-end encryption is standard across Apple services. However, no system is perfect. The complexity of a modern iPhone is its greatest strength and weakness. A new class of attacker has emerged, well-funded and highly skilled. This is the battleground of 2025. The most valuable tool for hackers is the zero-day exploit. A zero-day is a vulnerability unknown to the developer. Hackers can use it to attack devices with impunity. In 2025, the market for zero-day exploits is booming. These exploits are often chained together for complex attacks. A zero-day attack could be invisible to the user. Imagine visiting a legitimate website that's been compromised. Hidden malware exploits a zero-day vulnerability. This is known as a drive-by attack. Another vector is a communication app with a zero-click exploit. The only defense is for Apple to release a security update. Keeping your device updated is critical. Technology evolves at a rapid pace, introducing new tools and platforms every year. But human psychology remains remarkably consistent. No matter how advanced our devices become, our basic instincts, habits, and emotions still drive much of our behavior online. The weakest link in security is often the human user. Even the most secure systems can be compromised if someone makes a simple mistake or falls for a clever trick. Social engineering manipulates people into compromising security, preying on trust, urgency, or curiosity to get users to reveal sensitive information or click dangerous links. In 2025, these techniques are more sophisticated than ever, blending cutting-edge technology with psychological manipulation to bypass even the strongest technical defenses. Imagine receiving a voice message from your boss, but it's actually a deepfake, an AI-generated imitation that sounds just like them, making the request seem urgent and real. The message asks you to log into a company portal, and without a second thought, you enter your credentials, unknowingly handing them over to attackers. This type of spear phishing, where attacks are highly targeted and personalized, is becoming more common and much harder to spot. Hackers also exploit our trust in the app ecosystem, knowing that people often download apps without checking their legitimacy. A seemingly harmless app could hide a malicious payload, quietly collecting your data or spying on your activities in the background. Once permissions are granted, it can upload your contacts, photos, and sensitive files directly to hackers, all without your knowledge. Personalization is key in modern social engineering. Attackers use information from your online profiles to make their messages more convincing and harder to ignore. Hackers study your social media, piecing together details about your life to craft the perfect lure, one that feels authentic and trustworthy. In 2025, skepticism is essential. Always pause and think before clicking a link or responding to a request, even if it appears legitimate. Be wary of messages that seem to come from trusted sources, as attackers can easily spoof phone numbers, emails, and even voices. Always verify requests through separate communication channels. Call, text, or speak in person to confirm before taking action. Be cautious about the apps you install and the permissions you grant. Take a moment to review what access an app is requesting and ask yourself if it's truly necessary. Your vigilance is your best defense. By staying alert, questioning the unexpected, and protecting your personal information, you can outsmart even the most advanced cyber threats. While most attacks focus on software, some target hardware. This involves physically tampering with iPhone components. In 2025, tools for this are more accessible. Fault injection disrupts the processor to bypass security checks. Another method reads data directly from memory chips. These attacks require physical possession and specialized equipment. They're a concern for high-value targets like officials and executives. Security is a layered process, including physical device security. Even with strong software encryption, physical security is crucial. For most, these attacks are unlikely, but they highlight security's complexity. Brute force attacks are evolving with AI. AI improves the efficiency of brute force by guessing likely combinations. It analyzes patterns and user behaviors to prioritize guesses. AI-driven approaches can also target biometric security. AI can create detailed models to fool Face ID. The most concerning aspect is AI's ability to learn and adapt. AI can run simulations to probe for weaknesses. This creates an arms race between Apple's AI and hackers' AI. The result is a high-speed, automated battle for personal data. AI is changing the landscape of cybersecurity. It's not about trying every combination, but the right ones. This intelligent guessing increases success chances. AI can analyze photos to create models for attacks. The battle between AI and security is ongoing. Our data is the prize in this automated war. Supply chain attacks compromise devices before reaching customers. The global supply chain for electronics is complex. Each step is a potential vulnerability. A sophisticated agency could intercept and modify shipments. They could add a hardware backdoor to iPhones. The user would have no reason to suspect compromise. This attack is reserved for high-value targets. Apple secures its supply chain, but state-level actors have resources. For most, the risk is small, but the threat exists. It underscores the importance of understanding potential risks. Quantum computing threatens current encryption. Modern encryption relies on difficult mathematical problems. Quantum computers use new principles for calculations. They could break current encryption quickly. This would render current security protocols obsolete. The quantum threat is not immediate, but is progressing. Researchers are developing post-quantum cryptography. The transition to new standards will be massive. During this transition, vulnerabilities will exist. Hackers could exploit inconsistencies in encryption updates. A new threat is harvest now, decrypt later. Adversaries could store encrypted data for future decryption. The quantum threat is long-term, but impacts current security. The cybersecurity community is preparing for this future. Understanding quantum threats is crucial for future security. Cybersecurity can seem daunting, especially with all the news about data breaches and online threats, but individuals have more power than they realize to protect themselves. Most hackers are opportunistic, looking for easy targets rather than going after the most secure systems. They often rely on people making simple mistakes. Practicing good security hygiene, like keeping your devices clean both physically and digitally, protects against most common threats. Always keep your devices updated with the latest security patches. Updates fix vulnerabilities that hackers exploit, so don't ignore those notifications. Use strong, unique passcodes for every account and enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. This adds an extra layer of protection that makes it much harder for attackers to break in. Be skeptical of suspicious links, emails, or messages. If something feels off, verify requests through a separate channel before clicking or responding. Be cautious about which apps you install and what permissions you grant them. Only download apps from trusted sources and review their permissions regularly. Your vigilance is your best defense against social engineering attacks, like phishing calls or deceptive messages that try to trick you into giving up information. Stay informed about the changing threat landscape. Cyber threats evolve quickly, so keeping up with the latest news helps you stay one step ahead. Subscribing to a cybersecurity resource or newsletter provides valuable updates and practical tips to keep your digital life secure. Remember, knowledge is your best protection in the digital age. The more you know, the safer you are. Your security is ultimately your responsibility. Taking small, consistent steps makes a big difference. Staying informed is the first and most important step. Attend webinars, read blogs, and keep learning about new threats and defenses. Practice good security hygiene every day. Just like washing your hands, make digital safety a habit to protect yourself and your information. Install updates immediately to patch vulnerabilities. Delaying updates leaves your devices exposed to known risks. Use strong passcodes and enable two-factor authentication on all your important accounts for maximum security. Always be cautious of suspicious links and review app permissions regularly to ensure your privacy and safety. Stay informed about new threats and best security practices by following trusted sources and participating in online security communities. Knowledge truly is power and protection in cybersecurity. The more proactive you are, the safer your digital world becomes. Your vigilance and awareness are your best defenses. Stay alert, stay informed, and take charge of your personal cybersecurity every day.